Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is my No Man's Land Survival Challenge series, where I'm trying to compete against Chainsaw100 and Daggerwin in their multiplayer survival series. So, let's just have a quick recap. In the last episode, we got this field ripped up and all the stones picked out of it. So that's ready to be seeded this month, and I'll put some sorghum in. I was going to put sorghum in this field, but I forgot, left it set to oats, so we've now got 2 oat fields coming. The big soybean field up there, we got that stone picked, we planted it, rolled it, and with a new sprayer, we got that all ready to go. So I think that just needs another application of fertilizer. It looks as though it's actually missed a little section down there, but it's nothing in reality. And at the back there, just over the hill, is the new sprayer we bought, so we need to bring that back down. The grass field, we got that mowed, and in this episode we'll get the grass picked up, we'll get it baled, and probably, we'll make it into silage, I think. It looks as though the cornfield is now ready to harvest, which is great, and the oat field at the back should be, is that in its 2nd or 3rd growth stage now? I think there's actually a little bit that I want to get fertilized. So you see here where the trees were, it's quite a big section which isn't fertilized, so I might just run the spreader over that. So as you can see, we've got these 2 fields that need another application. This one needs seeded and this one needs the bales picked up. So I'll get back on the ground and we'll get started on it. So I think I used the New Holland to do the mowing, so hopefully this should still have the course laid into it. So if I just bring up this, there is a course laid in. So we'll go and have a look. Or is it for this field over here? I can see one. Right, unfortunately it is. So what we'll do is we'll just head over to the field and with a baler, and we'll just set up a course using a 9-meter working width, and hopefully that should be okay for it. I should probably have saved the course really, but I didn't. So I think what I would have done is, yeah, it's got the field there. So let's open the course generator. So if I set this to 9 meters, 2 headlands, and we'll start, I think I started on the center, and I think I did rounded corners. So let's just generate that. And if we can just look here, there's a little intersect path, so I think that should be fairly close. So we'll just set it off. And we'll see where it goes to. If this doesn't work, I'll probably just have to get the windrower out and row it up and then use the same course on that. But it should be fairly close. You know, we're asking for a 9-meter width on both, so I've got to say that looks pretty good. So it looks like we're away, so that's good. We can get on with the next job. Right, so what we'll do, we've got the John Deere here, so I'll use that on the seeder. Now, I think the seeder needs 300 horsepower, and I think that's what this John Deere is, so we should be alright. It's going to need some seed and fertilizer, so we'll head over to the sawmill and pick those up. And let me change the crop type now, so I don't get that wrong again. Okay, so we're going to need more seed soon. So I'll put this on a course plate and we'll get this field planted with sorghum. So I've got 12 metre width. I only want one headland for this. Sharp corners start on the headland. That's perfect. Right, so what I might do now is find the Deutz Fahr. I think I've parked it up at the farmhouse here. I'll get at the spreader on it, get it filled up with fertiliser, and we'll start getting all our crops fully fertilised. Right, so it's not full, so what I'll do is I'll just quickly run over to the oat field over here and I'll just get that little section covered with fertiliser, bring it back, fill it up, and then we'll get it set off in the soybean field. So it must be somewhere around here because this is where the bit of forest texture is. So I'll just drive along here. That looks pretty good. Right, so I think that'll do it. I don't think it's worth covering the entire field in fertiliser because the majority of it is at 100%. Okay, so that's the fertiliser spreader fully done. So we'll just head over to the soybean field and we'll set it off on that job. Okay, so I'm going to use cosplay for this. That looks pretty good, so we'll start that job. And we'll jump into that sprayer. And we'll just bring it back to the farm. It nearly ran out of herbicide. So it kind of did the oat field down there and this soybean field on nearly, well, 4,000 litres. I don't really have anywhere to put this, so I'm just going to put it in the barn where the headers were kept. Oh, I put the roller there, never mind. So I'll just park it here. Right, so now I'm going to get into the combine and get the corn header on it and we'll get that set off. And I'll see you over at the cornfield. Okay, so the baler seems to have stopped. I'm not sure why, so let's go and have a quick investigation. So these bales are probably going to be in the way. I'll just stop this and move them out the way. Can I get it go to its last waypoint now and start again? So that's a bit of a mystery why it couldn't do that. But let's get back into the combine here and we'll get a course set up. Okay, so we still have the custom field for the corn. Right, now why is it not picked up? I want it to use the custom field. So I'll just change a setting there to prefer custom field. There we go, that's worked. We've got a 9.1 meter header. One headland we'll do. We'll do sharp. We'll start on the headlands. We'll start that job. And then we'll jump into the lorry and we'll bring the trailer over. Right, so might as well just top the greenhouses up. They might have been empty actually. Alright, so that's the flower greenhouse full. We'll just come around past the mushrooms and make sure that's topped up. And I'll get the trailer and just go and leave it near to the cornfield. Right, so I think I'll just leave it here. And the next job, I think, is to get into the Massey. And we'll start doing some work over with the cows. So we don't quite have a full trailer of manure, so we'll just have to take that over. But the cows... Right, they've only got 9,000 litres of food left, so we can give them some more TMR. The sheep, they're not doing too bad, but we can probably put some more hay bales out. And I think the chickens will need some more barley soon. Yeah, they've only got 600 litres left. Right, so that's the manure trailer full, is it? Well, it's not full, but there's no more manure left, so we'll get that over to the methane plant. We'll take some more wool with us, and then on the way back we'll pick up some barley. Just change my fork up there. Right, so there's a bit more wool dropped off. I'll get this manure in. I'll have to come back over here and sort out all the productions, clear the spawn points, things like that. Right, so we also need to go and sort out the bales around that island there. Which is ideal when we've got the loader on. Grab that one. Grab that one, and we'll just stick them over here somewhere. Right, so we'll head over to the silo now, and I think I'll get that wheat out the silo and get it put into the grain mill, and then we'll pick up some more barley and take that back for the chickens. So we'll just activate the wheat production, and now we'll go and get the barley. So 6,000 litres should do, because I can't remember how much the chicken pen holds, but I don't want to have any barley left in the trailer at the end of it. Right, so now we'll get some TMR put in here. Probably going to start mixing some more as well. So 17,000 litres, not a full trailer. So what we'll do is we'll get some more silage. Definitely needs silage. I think it needs straw as well, is it? Yeah, it needs straw as well. So I'm going to get 6 silage bales out. I'm going to get, I think, 2 straw bales. And hay, I'm going to get 4 out, and I'll put 2 of them over with the sheep. Right, now grab the straw. Grab these hay bales as well. Some more hay in. Ooh, can I save it? Got it. And I'll put this silage bale in, and then we'll just have a quick look, see how it's doing. Probably want some more straw. Yeah, we can put another straw bale in. In fact, let's just put 2 in. Right, there we go, so that'll do for now. So let's just get all this TMR into the animals. So it's not quite a full trailer, but it's as much as there is. Right, so the other thing I want to do today is I'm going to buy another plot of land, because I want to extend, well, I want to put in another cow pasture, another cow barn. So I'm going to buy this plot here. And next to this I'm going to put another one of these cow barns, and I'm going to do some beef cows. So we'll need to get rid of this tree here, and then also the stump. So I'm just going to bring this over here for now so I don't forget where it's at. And I'll come back with the stump grinder and we'll get that cow barn put in. But for the moment, I think that's all we need to do with these animals. Right, so the fertilizing's been done in this field, and that's all been good. So there's 1,000 litres left, so I'm just going to put it to work. That should be enough to get these oats fully fertilized. I think I won't bother with headlands on this one. Alright, so I'm going to get into the forklift and we'll go and have a look at all the production areas. Alright, so I'm going to start with the bakery here, because I think the bread spawn will be full. I'll just have a look at the productions, see if I've run out of any. So we know the water's good in the greenhouses. We've still got plenty of wood. Furniture shop, probably could do some more planks. Still alright for wood though, but it does need the spawn cleared. There's, you know, only 1500 litres of space left. The spinner is doing alright, although it's not actually keeping up with wool production. So I don't know what to do about that just yet. Our forage is looking good. We need some more silage, but there is some silage bales out. Bread, it's nearly full, so it is still producing bread, but it's about time we got it cleared up. Right, now why can't I pick up these pallets? And this should be the last two. Alright, so I'll head over to the sawmill and we'll just get another couple of pallets of planks for the carpentry shop. So I have no idea what's happening with the silage, the baling course. It seems to have not been working quite right. And then we'll pick up all the pallets of furniture outside of the spawn point for this one. I just run down the end here. Okay, so that's that clear enough for quite a while. So I'll head up to the dairy now and we'll just get that spawn point cleared and all the items separated. Right, so I think that'll do for all of these now. Right, so I'll head over and we'll have a look at this this baler. So if I just try stopping it, and go to the nearest, see what it does. Yeah, that's not working. So I'll just spin it around and I'll go to... We'll do this one up here. So nearest waypoint, it must be ahead of it now. There we go. Okay, so the drill is finished. Let's just check the map, see if it's got all the field. Seems to be pretty good. There's just this little section here which, if I unfold it, we can just run over. Although it may have done it, it may just be that because it wasn't subsoiled. Yeah. Okay, so we can put the seeder away now. And we'll get the roller out and we'll get that field rolled. So we can just use the small roller on that field. So again, we'll use course plate. One headland, we'll do sharp corners, start on the headland, so that's pretty good. And the next job is, well, we'll get this Deutsch far out, and I'll probably go and get the stump grinder on it, and we'll start clearing that stump out, and we'll put the new cow barn in. Right, so there's that one stump to do over in the field where I'm going to put the new cow barn, but there are still a load of stumps left from where I had my pine trees. So let's just have a quick look, see if I can find them, and then I'll get those dealt with. So I think there's one just there, which is a legacy one from when we started the game. So how do you think I'm doing in comparison to Chainsaw and Daggerwin? I mean, I know I've got more fields than any of them, and I've probably got more equipment than either of them as well, so the residual value in that must be worth quite a bit. And I think I'm currently sat with more money as well in the bank. But Daggerwin has got those huge cotton fields, which even if he just sells the cotton at the right price is going to be worth a lot of money. So that's probably a bit my biggest concern. However, those grapes that he put in, I'm failed to see how they're going to make him any money. The equipment to harvest them, seeing as we can't lease, you know, that's quite expensive. But then I suppose so is my sugar beet harvester that I'm going to have to buy. But I certainly don't think it's a done deal yet, not for any of them. Right, so I think this is the last of these stumps. So I'll just head over and find this one. I think it was in that little group of bushes somewhere. I mean, I should probably be cutting this meadow grass and maybe tedding it for hay. And I don't think it's a massive loss. Alright, so that's that stump gone. So we'll just get into the construction menu and we'll place down a new cow barn. Okay, so this is the same cow barn, so let me just get it lined up, level with the other one. Can't quite tell. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap between the two. And I'll just place that one there. And then we'll put in the dirt. Right, there's probably still a bit of landscaping to do underneath the tractors. But let's... Is this the point where you buy them? There we go. So we just want to have beef cows. So if we just do something like these Anguses. So what I'm just going to buy the absolute full amount of youngsters. So that's 60 there, that's 21,000. And then we want to get another 20, 7,000. And the idea is we're just going to breed these, get them up to like the maximum price and sell them all. So really all I need to do is just keep them full with feed and water. And unfortunately I've filled this up with manure, so can I just tip that into the manure heap again? And I'm just going to feed them TMR, just for simplicity more than anything. So this means I'm actually going to end up with more slurry and more manure, which, you know, isn't a bad thing, I suppose. It all ends up being turned into methane, which is all profitable. Okay, so we need some more TMR. So I'm guessing it's out of silage. What I might do as well is I'll just steal some straw from this barn here. Oh, did I miss them? Right, it's all gone wrong, but we can recover, so I'll just drop this one off. If I pick that up, put it on this one. And hopefully I can pick all three up now. There we go. Obviously I'm not going to get milk from these cows. That's not really an issue. Need to get this one to drop. There we go. Right, so just give them some water now, and then that will probably do them for this episode. I don't know how long it'll take for the cows to reach full maturity, and even if I'll manage that by the end of the series, but they are just going to make money just by getting older, so I'm sure we'll be alright for profit. I'll just see how much TMR we've got made up, and I'll give that to those beef cows as well. That's like 6,000 litres. And what I might do in the next episode is buy a bigger water bowser, now that we've got all these cows needing it. Alright, so I'll just get this back over and we'll go and check on progress. I think we've probably done about everything I need to do in this episode. Short of selling a tank of methane, I don't really think there's much left to do. Now, I'm a little bit worried. Has that roller stopped? Or is it still going? No, it's still going. Just looked like it had stopped. Right, and the baler's still going, which is good. Don't know why it was stopping on those paths down at the bottom. I'm just going to leave this up at the house because I'm quite fond of this tractor, seeing it was the one that we started, well, the one that worked that we started with. Okay, so it looks as though the corn is all harvested. There doesn't seem to be any missed bits. And that is nearly a full trailer. But yeah, that field looks completely emptied now. Okay, so we ended up with 55,998 litres. So I've got quite a bit of corn to sell. Did we get 31,000 or something off the other field? So that's not a bad profit. There's probably like $150,000 worth of corn when it gets to its best price. Right, so the last job of the day is, if this tank is empty, we'll go and get some methane. And then I'll fill up with water and get the greenhouses refilled. And that should be about it. Actually, no. We've got this field to spray with herbicide, so I mean that should be a reasonably quick job with the new sprayer, as long as there's enough herbicide in it to do it. I've also got those silage bales there, which I'll need to get put into the methane plant. So let me just go and check the methane. So there's only 25,000. There might not be a full tank here, but whatever it is, we'll still sell it. So I'm going to just jump into the sprayer quickly and we'll get that job done. $500 litres, oh, nearly 600 litres. That might not be enough to get this field sprayed, but we'll have a look, see what we can do. Now, I don't think I'm going to have enough herbicide to finish this job off, so we'll get doing what we can, and then I'll just head up to the store and refill it. I will just need to move the John Deere out the way. Right, so I didn't quite make it along this run, so I'll just head up to the store, I'll fill up as much as I can, and I'll see you back down here at the field. Unless, of course, I've got some herbicide here. Oh, it was the fertilizer I ran out with. So, that's good, I can refill here. So I did think about switching a section off, but I think it's probably right on the limit and I'd end up missing some bits, so I'll just run it as it is. Right, so that's that little job done. It's definitely a good purchase, this thing. Right, so actually we did end up with 32,000 litres, so we'll go and get this sold and bring back some water. So that's $43,021, which is really good. In fact, I think that's the only profit we've actually made today, other than what automatically gets sold. So that's all for this episode, so thank you for watching. If you can give the video a like, I'd really appreciate that, it would help me out, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And I'll just see you in the next episode, so take care, bye bye for now.